Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The Bills snapped their two-game losing streak. If I'm not mistaken, Josh Allen has yet to lose 3 consecutive games. In a sloppy game that saw 22 accepted penalties and 3 missed field goals. Josh Allen threw 2 touchdowns. Ray Davis counted for 152 total yards to lead the Buffalo Bills to an 4-2, while the Jets fall to 2-4. Belichick took shots at Woody Johnson, which lets you know he's not going back there. I don't know what made people think he would go back there. Remember, he signed the contract and then said, "Nah, I'm good." And they ended up going to New England, and New England had to give up a first-round pick for him. So we know he was never going to go coach for Woody Johnson. I'm not a big I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big Jets fan. In case you don't know that, I thought Coach Soloway really did a good job with this team. That's kind of what's been there with the Jets. They've barely won over 30% of their games in the last 10 years. The owner is being the owner, ready to fire an aim. Ocho, when you look at this game, 23-20, the Bills win. Clearly in first place. Now they're 4-2. Jets fall to 2-4. What did you like? What didn't you like?
Hey, what did I like? I liked the game in general. It was a good goddamn game. It was a very good game. The referees threw a little bit too much laundry. I wish they would get out of the way and let them players play.
Let me ask you a question.
Listen, on every play, before you go, on every NFL play, if you want to be technical, you can throw a flag on every play. There's something that goes wrong. There's a holding. There's some type of penalty on every single play, especially in the interior. You can do that. I'm not going to say they were biased because they did play. They did call it fair in spurts. Some for the Bills, some for the Jets. But I think it was just a little bit too much, and it messed up the flow of the game, especially when teams had advanced and gotten first downs and the calls were coming back. But go ahead, and I ask what you're going to say.
But when they ripped back and replayed it, how egregious were they? Like, they got to call that. Ocho, they was spinning the man. The guy tried to reach, and you turn him. You can't turn him. You got to let him go.
Yeah, that one. All right, some of the calls in the secondary. It's like 50-50.
Get your head around. I said, get your head around.
Big. The one on DJ Reed. Got to get your head around. But again, he didn't impede him in any way. The receiver was coming back towards him. So I think, it's just like stuff like that. It's still the game of football, and I think the refs just threw too many damn flags. But on the other hand of that, listen, the Jets win this game. Field goals as a kicker. I understand the pressure, understand the win. You play for the win. You kick with the win. Understand which way it's blowing, and lead just a little toward the opposite way the wind is blowing. And the ball will carry right into the goalpost. Yeah. It's difficult. It's easier for me to sit here and say it, sitting at home as a kicker myself. But again, penalties. The Jets had over 11 penalties for goddamn 100-some goddamn yards. But the game they could have won the game. They could have won the game because the 2 field goals that they missed, they would have been up by 6. So the score would have been what, 23,
26, 23?
They would have won by 3, as opposed to losing by 3.
Where is the thing? The Bills missed a field goal also.
You're right.
Now you're looking at 26-20 and may pop potentially overtime. But when you look at the Jets, and this is what I was afraid of, when you say we're a quarterback away, you're under the assumption is your defense is going to be lights out like it was the previous year, and they're not. They're not.
Wait, they number 2 now. As shaky as it looked tonight. They are still ranked number 2 defensively in the NFL right now.
The Bills ain't got nothing but Josh Allen.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I don't know. Hey, Josh got that cape on, man. He's basically Superman.
He is. And the last play of the game, 72. You got one responsibility. You got contained backside. Tell me why you down inside. I just need to know. Because that's not your responsibility. So now the coach is going to be looking at you, say, son, why didn't you play your responsibility? Because you're trying to do somebody else's job. You didn't do your job. And now you let the cows out of the barn. Had you just done your job, Ocho, now you get them off the field. You use your timeout. You're going to get the ball back. But because you wanted to do someone else's job,
They got the
You
first
didn't
down.
do your job, and boom.
Yeah.
Tyron Smith got his ass whipped tonight.
Hey, who in the hell was that goddamn D and Tyron Smith was going against?
Ephanesia. Espenza.
Hey, I don't know what it was. He never got Tyron Smith on the first move, but the second and third move, it looked like Tyron Smith's legs were in concrete. It's like he couldn't move laterally.
Epinesa.
Kick. Listen, I don't play left tackle, but I know you kick. That third kick, you hunker down. At the point of attack, you extend your hands and be able to move laterally, left and right, based on whatever moves he make. It's like his feet was in goddamn concrete. He couldn't move.
Injuries is taking its toll on him. He's lazy. He's lazy with his hands. The first move, the first sack.
Lazy with his feet. If you saw his footwork.
Ocho. And then they run a play. They got two guys. He's pulling, and he whiffed the corner.
Right.
He whiffs. I'm talking about Ocho. He whiffs.
He just kept running. He didn't even try to get the corner. I know exactly what play you're talking about.
He was bad tonight.
Listen. I'm not one for calling things out, but watching replays and watching it on film, I'm like, well, come on now. This dude is embarrassing you. As the left tackle, you're supposed to be that boy. You're the money position. You are the blind side of the quarterback. You got to do better than that.
That man whipped his ass. Aaron Rodgers, like, what the heck? You're supposed to be our best offensive lineman.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
We won a bidding war against a lot of teams because, look, he's an all-pro. He's been an all-pro. He's been to a lot of Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
Ocho tonight just wasn't his night. Right. And we've all...
Was it tonight wasn't his night, or was the person he was going against just that much better? Or was it just an off night, though?
Let's hope it's an off night.
Okay. I go with that.
Because you can't have very many of those, Ocho. Yeah. Because you play in the position, you get your quarterback hurt. Because he went by Ty Smith so fast one time. Mm-hmm. Rodgers just shaking his head like, what the? Yeah.
He got up.
Yeah,
it looked so funny. I don't mean to be laughing, but he got up. I know exactly what play you're talking about. And it looks so funny when Aaron get up. And I think they might have threw a flag on that play too for putting his weight on him.
I mean, what you supposed to do, Ocho?
Hey, hold on. He fixing his helmet when he getting up, and it just looks so funny. You can see the disgust in his face, and he doesn't want to show any type of mannerisms because he know the camera's on him right away. But you can see it in his body language. Aaron, like, God damn, man.
Yeah, and the Cowboys, everybody like, the Cowboys moved on, but the injuries. I mean, Ty Smith hadn't played a whole season for the Cowboys in a very, very long time.
Right.
Age and attrition will catch up with us all because remember how physical they used to be, Ocho running the ball with Zeke.
Yeah.
Ty Smith is not the same. Zach Martin, who's still there, he isn't the same. Terrence Steele is, kind of been, he was like a journeyman, like a swing tackle that got thrust into the starting lineup.
Right.
But Ty Smith tonight, boy, he ain't gonna watch that film. He ain't gonna watch that.
Hey, when I look back at it too, looking at some of the replays there, the Jets are a few plays away. Guy goddamn Tyler Rapp. Did I say his name right? Tyler Rapp. That boy there, he saved the game too.
Yeah.
He saved the game. That the play on Mike Williams, hell of a play on Mike Williams where he slipped. The play on Garrett Wilson.
Tyron Johnson that intercepted that ball on Mike Williams. Number 7.
Okay.
But he made the play on Garrett Wilson in the end zone.
In the end zone, that should have been 6. The play he made on the tight end as well.
And Breece Hall.
On the collision to make sure he didn't use his head. That was another one. It would have been a first down.
And he stopped Breece Hall at like the 5-yard line.
It stopped me up so Breece didn't score. Hey.
Breece cost me my parlay.
Why? How? Because he didn't score?
Ocho.
Hey, you play fantasy?
I be trying to do a little something with DraftKings.
Okay. I like that. I'm
trying to figure out Breece Hall. You see the guy got the angle on him. You can't outrun the angle. Right. Go pretend like you about to go to the middle of the field and then go.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, I think Breece might have been a little tired too because it was late in the game. Breece like I'm not saying he's Chris Johnson fast, but he got speed.
Bro, that
like
was
that
in the
now.
third quarter. How the hell you tired? And then he come out the game. Bro, you don't let nobody get your touchdown.
Yeah, he was tired. That's how I told you. See, I told you he was tired. He was tired. He a workhorse now.
Yeah, but the problem is that when you look at the Jets, Ocho,
yes, sir,
they do a lot of clutching and grabbing. They're gonna get a lot of holding. They're gonna get a lot of unnecessary incidental contact.
The DBs,
yes,
huh? The
yes,
DBs?
yes.
Yeah. Hey, I wish if you're gonna be up there, you're gonna play press. Boom. Point of attack, stab, whatever you do, eyes and footwork on the waist. That's it. And it's really hard most of the time because you get away with it when you're in practice. And you build those bad habits in practice of being really handsy and hands-on. You get into the game and it ain't flying. The refs ain't having that. You got to use it. Remember your tips, your keys, use your eyes, and your feet. Your feet gonna save you every time. Your feet will save you every time.
Did Reed get injured or did they bench him?
No, his groin, his groin. He went to the blue tent.
Something
about his groin.
I didn't see.
Yeah, yes,
I guess
sir.
I must have stepped away.
Yeah,
because I saw 26.
You don't listen with the sound on.
I saw 26 was in the ball game, so I figured either he got benched or he got nicked.
Yes, his groin. DJ Reed's been playing real well all year, except for some of the calls, some of the holding calls and the PI.
But see, that's the thing, guys in practice say, bro, they're gonna call it in the game. You talk about I'm crying, and then when you get in the game, you looking at the jumbotron. Stop looking at the board. You did that. You did it, and I told you it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I like it though. Listen, defensive back is the most difficult position to play on the field. I say that and I say it all the time. You got all these fast receivers, strong, powerful. They know where they're going, and the DB is doing everything as fast as they can backwards. So sometimes calls are going to happen, and you just listen. You got to be technically sound as a DB every time you line up. You can't play every receiver the same.
Nope.
Sometimes you got to give a little ground based on who you're playing. You got to understand what they're good at, what they're not good at. If they're big and strong, you can get into them. If they're quick and fast, hell, you got to shadow.
Yeah.
You got to understand who you're playing against and play them differently. You get up there and you try to play everybody the same way, you're going to get whooped and you're going to have to hold.
You can't play even the receiver that you can't give him the same look. You can't give a quarterback the same look defensively. If I'm a wide receiver,
that's the problem,
I can't give the DB the same look. I got to change it up.
But that's the problem, though, Unc. I don't think most of the DBs in the NFL, you have to be really good being able to do things outside of the scheme. They want you if you're supposed to be head up, your ass better be head up. If you're supposed to be a shade outside or a shade inside, you better be a shade outside or a shade inside. I don't think they have the freedom to do some of the things that they like that you're talking about to confuse the receiver and get him to thinking before the snap of the ball, because it's outside of what they're allowed to do. As far as you know how D coordinators are. If you're supposed to be shade inside, you got to be a shade inside every time.
But here's the thing.
And you can't do nothing unless you're elite like that. Don't change up what they want you to do.
Okay. I'll let you do your thing. And then you get beat. Then what? People gonna be looking at my defense, talking about my defense raggedy, when in actuality, you're not playing the technique that we taught all week.
Bingo.
So that's what people need to understand. Is that, look, I'm going to do what I'm coached to do. Now, if it doesn't work, that's on you.
Right.
Because I did what you told me to do.
And listen, and if you're good enough, just adjust and adapt and do what you do and do what makes you comfortable. Do what makes you comfortable.
Yeah. Do what makes you comfortable. Go get you beat. Being comfortable.